Hello everybody, how's it going today? It's 10 p.m. Central Standard Time. It's Friday, July the 5th. Happy Independence Day to everybody that was celebrating in the United States with your family and friends. So today we're going to take a look at Bitcoin. And it's been extremely interesting and very volatile. And the people that are day trading, I'm sure that you capitalized on many gains throughout the day. It has been a very confusing count as well. I've seen multiple counts ranging from A, B, C, D, E's all the way to even X wave failure as well, all the way to A, B, C, where the B is much lower than where, like, let me give you guys an example of some of the stuff I've seen, okay? This is normally A, B, C, like that, right? But the way that I've been seeing some people do this is if first of all it makes an A, and then the B is actually even lower than where that original one is over here. Makes sense as well. But in my opinion, Elliott wave is not really the best way to be evaluating this right now. In my personal opinion, it's most likely going to be price action. So let's take a look at the monthly. Not that it really matters, 5 days in right now. But as you can see, what we're seeing thus far is more of a bullish side than a bearish side of a bearish spinning top. Okay, so this candle right here is what we call a bearish spinning top. Okay, where it's basically got a body that has a proportional wick to the upside and the downside. It can be green, it can be, it doesn't matter what it is. That's a spinning top right there, okay? So it could be green, it could be red. But when it's green, it's obviously more bullish than it is bearish. But irrelevant and trivial in the meantime, because we are only 5 days into the week. The month. But what we can take a look at is 4 days has already closed. Actually, 5 days has already closed. So we're already on Saturday's daily candle. That means that we've only got 2 days to close the week. And as we know, we had a huge rejection there. For the people that are unfamiliar with what type of candle that is, that's called a shooting star candle. Let me educate you guys. For those that don't know, that's the newer player in the game, okay? So this is a shooting star candle. Shooting star candles are nasty. And the psychology behind them is this, okay? So the bulls will push up this candle. Push it up. They're going to push it up. They're going to drive up the price. And near the end of the week, what ends up happening is the bulls end up losing control. And the bears start to defend. And they actually start attacking and pushing it farther down. And that's why we have this type of specific candle that shows a really long wick. So what that implies is after 1 week of pure bullishness, second week of pure bullishness, and then bam, the third week, the bulls are pushing up again. But of course, this is a tug of war. There's always two sides that are always going to be battling, the bulls and the bears. And eventually one side will take over. Bears make profit by shorting and basically pushing the market down so we can buy at a cheaper price, right? Shorting is a big part of all markets. And bulls want to make profit by basically buying low and selling high. But eventually, every victory will come to an end. And one side will eventually lose control. So what we see here very clearly is that the bulls have pushed up the price. And then the bears regain control by driving it down significantly last week. And now that we are 5 days in, we are seeing also in the weekly a bearish spinning top. So we don't know what this means yet, especially if it's green. It could be a very indecisive candle. It could be a defensive candle as well that shows support. So in terms of the RSI, I was referring to wanting a higher high for RSI. It's still possible. We don't know yet, but perhaps in a very short time span of only 1 month, it's not that important quite yet. But what we are seeing is a very consistently moving upwards histogram and also MACD. So let's move further down on a long time frame. What we're seeing here, and just so you guys know, this is done on Binance today, alright? I'm going to mix it up with Binance and Bitfinex just to give you guys an overview from multiple different exchanges, okay? So the way that I'm seeing this is not an exponentially or parabolically moving downwards. I see this as parabolically supporting, like that, which is a big difference, okay? And how's the food, by the way?
Really good.
Yeah? She's cocooned up right now. She's shy to be on camera, but it's okay, guys. I don't want her on camera anyway. She would steal the show away. So this is the 3-day, right? When you take a look at how the curvature is, there's still room to go. Most important thing as well is that, right, the past 3 days, this candle finishes on the 9th, right? So we're actually just beginning right now. So then if you look at the 2-day as well, you're seeing the 8, and actually not the 8, the 13 EMA is supporting strongly. Check this out, guys. Isn't that amazing how we're seeing this right here, right around the $2,000 range? Or sorry, $12,000 range? That's a pretty strong resistance right now, guys. But let me tell you the most remarkable thing that we have seen thus far. And the remarkable thing that we are seeing is that in all bull runs, excuse me, historically, Bitcoin has been known to bounce off of the 21 moving average specifically, okay? 21 moving average is strong in this one here. If you guys take a look at this bull market that we have been entering slowly, hopefully it's consistent as well. Take a look. 21 moving average, which is the orange line, okay? Bouncing off of it heavily. Every time it gets close to the 21 moving average, it bounces off of it, right? Sometimes it actually falls below it. And in this zone, a lot of people consider it a buy zone, right? That's sandwiched between the 21 and the 55 moving average, and people are buying up there. We puncture the 21 moving average here as well, okay? Right there. So in my opinion, I'm still very firm, guys, on the fact that we're going to find support above this range here of 9,700. I'm very, very confident. And up to about $10,100. Which is basically the interim low for this particular one right there. So in my opinion, the daily is still looking decent, but we need to be cautious. Just because we know exactly what specific resistances and supports are, right? We cannot lean one way more than the other. It's not ever good to have a specific bias. You got to make sure that you cover your exits. You cannot enter a trade unless you know your specific risk to reward, right? And exactly what position size you can actually play. You have to allocate all this. You got to know your targets as well, and you got to specifically know your stop loss, okay? So what I'm saying is always be cautious still. One thing that I'm going to point out of caution is this right here. This right here is the histogram. For those that are unfamiliar with it, it is part of the MACD indicator. What we do not want is a lower peak than the previous one. If we do, might be a little bit scary, all right? Because then it might imply, hey, it's time for a downtrend. Right now, what we're seeing on the daily is support at 54 RSI. See this double bounce thus far? But the question is, can it hold, okay? I'm still confident in my target of 9,700 all the way down, or all the way up to 10,100, okay? Very confident of that target still. And I don't know this Elliott wave count, guys. I'm not even going to pretend that I know. I'm not even going to argue against others online for this Elliott wave count. But what I do know is that this right here is going to be a heck of a strong support. Okay? In my opinion, a very strong support. Because if you look on the 4-hour chart, 4-hour chart has been historically the favorite of swing traders in general. You guys need to take a look at the 4-hour chart here and see how the 200 exponential moving average is interacting when we're getting there. Here's one specific example right now between June the 4th and June the 11th. Bounce off of it. Here's another specific example on July the 1st. Happy Canada Day. Bam. So that's a really good one as well there, right? And then if we actually get close to it again, that's about $10,000. So I'm ready to go long at that specific range. And guys, just because we went up a few $100s, yeah, of course we are, right? You compare it on the downtrend to the initial run, and of course it's going to be some key Fibonacci region. I'm guessing 0.5. Yeah, there you go. It's right at the 0.5 Fibonacci level. You can eyeball that almost, and that's where shorts most likely could be entered. Heck, for all we know, we're going to make one more touch to this upper range over here. Would that be surprising if we did? I don't think so. In fact, it might even almost be expected, because then if we get to one of these specific ranges up here, guess where it gets to? It gets to the perfect short range entry right there that coincides confluently with, first of all, this resistance that's sloped, secondly, a golden ratio and a golden pocket level right at the resistance where most likely bears could enter it. So I'm more so just playing the field right now and just seeing what possible scenarios we can come up with, okay? Now, another really cool hypothesis as well is that this is obviously making some sort of really bad flag formation, right? Let's just say this wasn't A, B, C, D, E, okay? Hopefully you guys are keeping well versed with your Elliott wave theory, not slacking on it, okay? If this was an A, B, C, D, E, you would probably expect it at most something like that. There's also this hypothesis of, right, this one as well that I've seen online. This is A, that is B, and that is C coming down. I don't agree with this one personally, because then you're saying that the B is way down over here, and that I don't like. Okay, that's kind of grasping on straws to me, not to knock anybody down. Of course, controversy is made, disagreement and controversy is encouraged in our community, right? We don't want to be closed-minded, as long as we do it respectfully and do it from a what's the word? An analytical perspective, right? So in my opinion, guys, that is what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping for whatever. It's a C touchdown over here or an E touchdown over there. But nevertheless, these are my specific plans. I expect another touch somewhere between 97 and 10,100. Or I'm going to see a test right up there around to 10,600 level where shorts are going to be entered. But are we likely to break into a huge bull market right now? No. Like I've already mentioned my idea and my plans of basically being in a short-term consolidation. Is this a crash or a consolidation? To me, it's a consolidation, not a crash. I think there's a lot of ways to go, okay? So, guys, that's kind of the summary of this specific review. I rushed through it a little bit. I've got company here, and I'm really hungry, and I want to watch a movie with her. And she's asleep, guys. I shouldn't bother her, but I'm going to. Hey guys, have yourselves a great night. Thank you very much for watching this video. And my pick for the week is BitConnect! What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? Live here from the Bronx! I'm just kidding, guys. BitConnect 2.0, that's where it's at. Have yourselves a great night, everybody, and take care.